And guess what? I was unable to cast this game due to playing it. So here's the cast from replay of AceAl Vs BanjoIsland, a ZVZ on Habitation Station LE. This is the ace match of BlackBerry versus National Instruments preseason, second week for the AHGL. And so we have, this is an actual needed ace match. We have AceAl, is one of our best ace players, but his ZVZ, you'll see. And for National Instruments, we have BanjoIsland, Red Zerg over here. Just how exciting is it going to get? Well, these mirror matchups often start exactly the same way, but this time, they're going to both make overlords? Yes. So there is a slight problem in mirror matches being a little too mirror, but I like that the overlord movement is different. That's already starting to shape this up into an exciting and volatile match. The workers, slightly faster for BanjoIsland. He's been much better at hitting the hotkeys. It's possible that the loss of time by typing out "good luck, have fun" in full is going to prevent AceAl from ever beating diamond level players. It's just so fine an edge. We have a very early spawning pool here. So this was a spawning pool at 11, whereas normally you get it at 13 if you're going for a slightly economical build, or 15 if you just want to be, quite sort of middle of the road. Here we go. This is how they look like. 15 pool there. So we have an aggressive pool timing versus a much more balanced pool timing. Usually this means that the advantage is going to be for BanjoIsland, because the slower pool is still enough time to get the wings up by the time they reach this side of the map, and of course the extra drones lead to a bit more economy. Still, it's not like the game's decided just yet. The hatchery going here means that he also has significant investment in economy, and of course AceAl could go all out aggression, like building a baneling nest. I happen to know what he did this game. Yes, and so there we go, Ling's Baneling Nest. We have a very early aggressive build versus much more standard and conservative. So the question is, will BanjoIsland see this in time, having the Overlord over the base, seeing the morphing Baneling Nest, probably allows him to see it in time, seeing the Zerglings come. That was actually an excellent scout by BanjoIsland, and a bit of a late queen here means that it will not be punished by losing that Overlord. Sometimes you can get into the situation where you throw the Overlord in to the main base for ZVZ, you scout the aggression, but then because you're supply blocked by losing that Overlord, you can't respond to that in time. Well, nothing like that here. The hatchery is almost up, and he's spawning Lings, and his own Baneling Nest, and a Spine Crawler. Going to be very safe, and without that expansion to fall back on, AceAl's kind of gone all in here. But all in with faster Banelings. So one lucky shot could turn the entire tide of the battle. Just need to start morphing the Banelings. There's one. He just gets, all it needs to do is get every Ling. Nope, it's not quite. Trying to split off one Zergling there to get it. Nope, not happening. There's another Spine Crawler Queen. And the Queen gets the Baneling minimal damage. But there's another one morphing. See how well that works. Big Ling advantage for BanjoIsland by now, and here comes some reinforcements. Doesn't quite finish. It's always nail-biting watching those morph. The opponent can't actually see the time bar. And that's just a big swell of Lings and Banelings from AceAl. He continues going sort of all in, getting a metabolic boost there, slightly faster than his opponent. But when it comes to numbers of troops, he's falling behind, and of course the Banelings are up for BanjoIsland now, making these mass Ling attacks a little less effective. Oop, that's a decent connection there. And that's not great. Yeah. So there's that, pretty much it. Probably wraps it up for AceAl. He's got much less economy to fall back on. You can see that the drone count slightly behind, but of course there's the extra hatchery. Maybe he's not as far behind as I thought. Until he does this. Continuing to send good Lings after bad. Game was surprisingly salvageable if he was somehow able to hold his side of the map. But no. Banelings being moved to defensive positions right at the ramp so the Lings run up and they see it just too late. As BanjoIsland has time for some drones and Lings, so he has a strong defense plus reasonable economy here. And speed's just about to finish, I believe. Yes, there it goes. Speedlings versus Speedlings. Unfortunately, no speed baneling. That really needs to go to hatchery tech. Next time they rebalance the game, everything on Zerg should be hatch tech. And he's trying to bait out with the banelings and gets an excellent connection. If there was a chance for AceAl coming back before, it's gone. Now let's see if BanjoIsland knows to follow that up, or whether he can just sit back and allow that base to expand. Now the Zerglings are running across the map. I think he has that sense. He might lose an Overlord for that. There we go, that'll swing back to that supply box. Will this be enough Lings? Looks like yes. Expansion is cancelled. Sometimes you want to just like continue there so as to draw time, but no. No, in this case he's just going to pull everything. No. No, can he decide? Ooh, and he's trying to get the Baneling connection there, but it's just not going to work. Yeah, bad connection there, the drones trying to defend themselves. And they clean that up, and now the drone count is 16 to 28. How many more Lings do we have in production? Oh, Banelings are the next move, eh? And with nothing to go run interference for them, this is going to be tough. Ooh, okay, now the drone count is looking like 7 to 32. This might be a good time for a GG. And there we have it. So, National Instruments winning the very close match 3-2 versus BlackBerry in the AHGL Preseason. And now that we've seen all these players have their fun with cheeky little Baneling rushes, hopefully we'll see some really great games when the regular season starts in just a few weeks. I'll see you then.